make him a happy home. Waste not his hard-earned wage, and so he does not roam. Strive not to look your age.
Harrisonburg High School students performed an excerpt of their rendition of Legally Blonde, the stage play. The brief performance was during a recent Harrisonburg City Council meeting. And guess who was in the audience?
Well, I think it's going to be fun. I mean, they usually do they do a great job, and with a lot of local involvement.
That's Patrick Linter, Interim Superintendent for Harrisonburg City Schools. Linter gave the Harrisonburg City Council information about enrollment projections and building capacity of the new high school. It is scheduled to open in 2020.
Given that on the horizon, I think we all know that there's a new high school that we'll be doing a sizable ask for, and I think the City Council wanted some reassurance that that was going to give them a good buffer in terms of numbers.
He included graphs and charts in his presentation to the council.
And I think the City Council wanted some reassurance that that was going to give them a good buffer in terms of numbers moving forward. And I think it does. I mean, I think the numbers tonight that I presented showed that.
One of his major concerns is increasing the graduation rate.
Well, I think it's incredibly important, given that we've dealt with overcrowding. I mean, the staff over there and the students over there have coped incredibly well. But when you look at the kind of space you need to learn, it's just better to have more space. And you know, the city went through a study and decided that we were a two-high school town. Engaged students come to school. You know, and when kids come to school, they're much more likely to graduate. Our goal is really to try to customize some programs for all kids. You know, you got to listen to your customer, or you got to listen to students in the sense of, you know, how do they want to learn, and what are they interested in learning.
He says school officials do not have an exact cost for the new high school.
Well, the last estimate we have was the one that Grimm and Parker, the architect who presented early on, gave to us, and I think that was, you know, what they did is, well, first of all, we had numbers from last year, and then so they gave us an updated set of numbers, and it's, you know, it's going to between 90 and 100 million, I think, is, you know, I don't think you should try to sugarcoat that any. It's going to take, to build a decent high school, there's some infrastructure and some other things out there at the site that need to be done. But we don't have a firm number, and you never have a firm number until you do a design and actually bid it out. And once you bid it out, then we'll have a number. And once we have that number, then we'll come to City Council and do an ask.
The interim superintendent is optimistic about the future of education in the city.
I think it's exciting. I think it's going to be a great high school. I think it's going to be a great high school for the kids that go there, and I think Harrisonburg High School is a great high school.
In Harrisonburg, Elaine Rackley for Breaking Through News.